With FI project, Kalonga district may become a more just and equitable society with proactive civic engagement, promotion of accountable and equitable governance of public. Your voice matters. Join meetings, trainings and activities to hold leaders and jury bearers accountable. Be part of the project. Your participation makes the change stronger. For more, contact 0999831258 or secretariat@eamalawi.org. Our voice, our future.
Ife Maranatha Natural Healing Ministries tikuthandiza mavuto osiyanasiyana.
Munthu ine ndakhala kudwala nthenda ya mgonamgona. Kupita kuchipatala anazoti akulu BP yanu yakwera kwambiri. Ndinafika posiya kuona kumakhala nyumba ineyo satuluka. Koma nditakwitsa ntchito mahebo Maranatha ululu unatha ndikuona patali olomota ndipatsa singano kuti ndike ulusi ndiyika mbota ineyo.
Maumboni ochuluka akuperekedwa tsiku ndi tsiku.
Ndi atanthi yesa bwinobwino kuchipatala ndimene amene kuti tikuona kuti munthu tupa ziwiri sakula kwambiri komanso mtima wanu kuoneka kudontha madzi ndachita ndithu kuchokera ku Maranatha.
Chinthu chochinale chotupa kuti ndimange tayi ni makanika tayi makhapa mba pachotupacho olo kuti ndimange mabatani zimaoneka kuti mkati mukhaka ndayikamo kanthu kena kake umbono ndina kuti ndachita kuchokera ku Maranatha.
Ine matenda adandiphata ine adali yasima esesani musachedwe pitani.
Hello and welcome to our today's edition of News with me, Charita Shalanga. First, let's have a look at the top stories.
Pontiff's first trip abroad seeks to promote peace, unity and understanding. Senior Resident Magistrate Court denies bail for former State House Deputy Chief Jalela. Kasungu Municipality Legislator raises alarm over severe water shortage. And in other news, Trump administration orders a sweeping review of Biden-era refugees.
We do have the details to these and many other stories. Stay tuned. The director of the Holy See Press Office has outlined publicly the 14th apostolic journey, a historic mission that will take him to Turkey and Lebanon. The visit focuses on ecumenical commemoration, interreligious dialogue, and solidarity with local Christian communities. According to the director, the journey will feature symbolic encounters, meetings with the civil and religious leaders, and gestures of compassion amid continuing regional challenges. We have a Vatican News report read by Patrick Popper.
Bruni, director of Holy See Press Office, presented details of the 6-day journey, which includes a stop in Turkey, as well as a significant pilgrimage to ancient Nicaea, marking the 700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea. Bruni described the visit as a carrying strong character, with interreligious dialogue and support for affected communities at its heart. He also confirmed that all necessary security measures have been taken. The visit is scheduled for Thursday, 27 November to December 2025. Bruni characterized the trip as a demanding journey in two significant countries. Turkey, the homeland of St. Paul and cradle of early Christianity, remains a crossroads between East and West. Lebanon, celebrated for its tradition of coexistence, continues to face enormous socio-economic pressures, from prolonged economic crisis to the aftermath of the Beirut port explosion and recent tension in the south. The Pope who also expressed support for small and often struggling Catholic communities, many of which face ongoing instability and widespread immigration, especially in Lebanon, where large numbers of Christians have been abroad. The journey will also spotlight interfaith engagement, On 27 November, the Pope will visit the Diyanet Turkey's presidency of religious affairs, meet the chief rabbi of Turkey, hold a private meeting. Memorable gestures throughout the trip will include laying a wreath, praying inside the Blue Mosque, celebrating Mass at Istanbul, planting a cedar at the presidential palace, praying at the tomb of Chabo and before the statue of Our Lady of Lebanon. Pope Leo XIV's pilgrimage to Turkey and Lebanon is poised to offer a powerful voice of peace, unity, and hope at the heart of the region yearning for stability and reconciliation.
Former Deputy Chief of State House Godfrey Talela will remain in custody after Senior Resident Magistrate Robert Botha denied his bail application, citing ongoing investigations and the need for the state to recover the missing 4 dogs linked to the case. Defense lawyer Kwima Mchizi expressed disappointment with the ruling, arguing that the court ignored key legal issues raised by the defense and relied on submissions that should have been made by an investigator, not a prosecutor. He said they respect the court's decision but will pursue other legal avenues. More details in this report followed by Gift Kalanga.
In his ruling on the bail application by the accused person, Senior Resident Magistrate Robert Botha said that he is agreeing with the state's argument that the accused should remain in the custody as investigations continue, particularly because the 4 missing dogs linked to the case have not yet been found. The Senior Resident Magistrate Botha has also asked the state to finalize their investigations in 7 days' time so that the case can continue. Following the ruling, defense lawyer Kwima Mchizi expressed dissatisfaction, stating that the court did not address key legal issues presented by the defense. He argued that the prosecutor had no legal mandate to provide evidence justifying further detention, a role reserved for the investigator, leaving the court without a clear factual basis for its decision. Mchizi added that although they respect the judgment, the defense will pursue other legal avenues in accordance with the law. By Kwima Mchizi,
evidence before a court of law to show cause why the interest of justice would require that an accused be further incarcerated because of ongoing investigations. The law is settled as of now that only an investigator can do that. There was no investigator in court yesterday, so the court would not have a factual basis on which to make a conclusion it has made. But as I said, I wouldn't want to comment much because that would be really litigating the issue outside court. We respect the decision of the court. We'll proceed and prepare accordingly.
Meanwhile, the court has adjourned the case to 1st December 2025 when Senior Resident Magistrate Robert Botha is expected to continue presiding over the matter. The former Deputy Chief of State House is accused of stealing 4 German Shepherd dogs valued at 4 million kwacha. For Luntha News, this is Gift Kalonga.
Deputy Director for Sanitation in the Ministry of Health and Sanitation, Matthews Galaya, has challenged young people to take a leading role in developing innovations to improve the country's sanitation sector, saying Malawi remains far behind on key hygiene and sanitation targets. Galaya made the remarks on Wednesday in Lilongwe during a World Toilet Day commemoration, a youth-led learning event which brought together students from various universities and colleges. More details on this report are read by Tandewa Mzumara.
Galaya said World Toilet Day serves as a reminder of the vital role toilets and good sanitation play in public health, stressing that Malawi's current performance is alarming. He revealed that national coverage for safely managed sanitation stands at 46%, far below the 74% target set in the country's mid-term implementation plan. Hand-washing facilities access is also low at 46% against the 75% national target. He emphasized that with only 4 years left to achieve these goals, the country needs the collective energy and innovation of young people to drive transformative solutions in their communities. Galaya attributed the sanitation gap to multiple factors, including non-durable toilet structures that are frequently destroyed by floods, outdated designs promoted in communities, and ineffective hygiene promotion systems. He said these challenges demand new ideas and improved approaches.
The type of designs that were promoted in communities are not like those that are durable. as well as maybe even our systems and approaches that we are using to promote sanitation. How effectively are they addressing challenges in sanitation and hygiene? So that's where we need innovation, good ideas on how we can improve sanitation by addressing these many challenges that country are holding the country back in terms of improving sanitation and hygiene. We need the energy and creativity of the youth and everyone, so that we can get all those ideas, bring them together and apply them in improving sanitation and hygiene in the country.
Water Aid Country Director Peter Piri underscored the importance of sanitation, highlighting its role in public health and human capital development. He said Malawi is not doing well on access to improved sanitation and urged stronger hygiene messaging and context-appropriate technologies to support communities as they move up the sanitation ladder.
I think it's bringing to the core the importance of sanitation in terms of public health, but also human capital development. It's an important aspect of our lives, and we need to put emphasis on sanitation. Currently, we're not doing well as a country in terms of access to improved sanitation, and therefore it's a clarion call that we need to do something in order to improve access to good sanitation, but at the same time avoid preventable diseases.
UNICEF head of WASH and keynote presenter James Robertson said Malawi must continue investing in sanitation, stressing that young people are critical in generating new ideas that can accelerate progress towards national and global targets, including the SDGs.
Malawi's got to keep doing what it's doing. It's got to ensure that the regulations in place to leverage new resources and financing to be able to move results towards targets for SDGs, Malawi 2063, and the benefit of children and youth of Malawi. I think the youth are critical. Youth have the ideas, have the motivation, it's their future. Youth can do far more than adults in changing the future of the country. Youth are the majority of the population and have huge.
A student from Malawi University of Science and Technology, Mast Omegani Somali, said young people are working to amplify their voices in WASH issues, ensuring their innovations contribute to improved access to toilets and better hygiene across communities.
World Toilet Day is a very big day because we don't only look at toilets, we look at toilets and all the issues that associated in terms of hygiene. So this is such a big day, and as youth, we're doing our best to make sure that we put our voices in it, so that our thoughts and the innovations and the way the world is going, with the flow that we're seeing the world is going at, we're trying to make sure that the toilets and all the things sanitation are actually accessible by a lot of people.
The event was held under the theme Sanitation in a Changing World Will Always Need a Toilet.
Minister of Information and Communications Technology Shadrack Namalomba has called on media practitioners in Malawi to produce studies that promote the country and reflect professionalism. He made the call during the official launch of the SADC Media Awards at the Bingu International Convention Center, PICC, in Lilongwe. Namalomba said Malawian journalists should take pride in their work and their country, noting that such dedication enhances their chances of winning regional competitions like the SADC Media Awards. He stressed that the media plays a vital role in informing, educating and entertaining the public, making it a powerful tool for national development. Emmanuel Jocha has filed this report.
In an interview with Luntha television, the minister said that media holds significant influence in shaping society and supporting Malawi growth. He also adds that government expects journalists to uphold responsibility, accuracy and professionalism in their reporting. Namalomba explained that SADC Media Awards were also established to recognize, appreciate journalists' contribution across the region. He also encouraged participants to produce content that inspires, hope and portrays Malawi in positive and progressive light.
We now find solutions. So I would want to challenge, when you write, yes, what is factual, but you quickly now offer solutions. But to write and just write what is negative and you leave it there, you haven't reported. But you must always offer hope. You must always offer alternatives. you must be benchmarking what others are doing about it. It's only through that, because what is important is you to begin to invite people, like a movement, to enroll, to enlist a movement of people that will believe in themselves that these challenges can end, and they will end. That's what is the most important. So you're right, yes, on the negative issues, yes, but enlisting people's support. People must now begin to work to address those problems. That's how I look at how, and this is my simple advice I can offer.
One of the last year's SADC Media Awards winner, Innocent Kunchedwa, also urged the journalists to participate in this year's competition. He also urged that participant alone is not enough, urging reporters to submit high-quality stories capable of competing at a regional level.
We should believe in ourselves, the quality of work that we do. With what we do, we can reach far, and it's important that what we do, we should be measured, or should be competing with other journalists in other countries. So it is important for them to be entering into competitions like the SADC Media Awards, so that they can know the level of work they are doing and with what others are doing. And the good thing with SADC Media Awards is that it encourages regional integration. So you tell your own story, the story of the country you are living in. How is the country promoting SADC, the integration and the cooperation? So I'm really happy to be among the winners.
The SADC Media Awards carries a price of $2,500 and aimed at promoting excellence and innovation in journalism across the Sovereign Africa region. The Ministry of Information since reaffirmed its commitment to support the media sector and called for stakeholders to continue collaborating in strengthening the industry.
You are watching news on Luntha television, and now a reminder of the top stories.
Pontiff's first trip abroad seeks to promote peace, unity and understanding. Senior Resident Magistrate Court denies bail for former State House Deputy Chief Jalela. Kasungu Municipality Legislator raises alarm over severe water shortage. And in other news, the Trump administration orders a sweeping review of Biden-era refugees.
Moving on with the news, the Member of Parliament for Kasungu Municipality Noah Nkubwi has urged the government to find a lasting solution to the persistent water shortages affecting the area, saying residents are spending days and some cases months without access to clean and safe water. Nkubwi stressed that water is life, yet people continue to struggle as the Longa Water Board fails to meet the rising demand. Noah Nkubwi explains.
Finding a permanent solution. It could be a short-term, medium or long-term solution, because at the moment as I'm talking, most households in Kasungu do not have piped water. It's not that the pipes are not there, but the Central Region Water Board is not able to meet the demand that is at the moment. I also touched on the issue to do with the farm input subsidy program. I was asking the government to ensure speedy distribution of these inputs, because you understand that this year we are receiving rain than what we have been expecting before.
.265 Energy Chief Executive Officer Mfundo Mvundola says the company's partnership with the Pineapple Financial Services marks a significant move towards delivering affordable top-quality energy solutions to Malawians. He made the statement earlier today in Nilongo during the signing ceremony formalizing the agreement between the two institutions. Tendo Mzumala with the details.
Mvundola noted that through the arrangement, Pinnacle will cover the initial costs of gas and solar products, enabling customers to repay through affordable monthly installments. He further stated that 265 Energy is well prepared to handle increased demand, pointing to the distribution of over 4,000 cylinders last year and the nationwide training provided to households on safe gas usage.
We know that things are becoming more expensive, and this partnership between 265 Energy and Pinnacle Financial Services today allows Malawians to have another opportunity to get our products, which have warranty agreements with them, whether gas solutions, whether cylinders, whether solar solutions for their homes and businesses. They're able to get these solutions, and Pinnacle is able to finance the upfront cost, and the customer just needs to pay a monthly amount that runs together with their salary. So this reinforces our promises to Malawians to provide good quality and affordable solutions for them.
Meanwhile, Pinnacle Financial Services Chief Finance Officer Salome Javula Kaira explained that clients will go through the institution's standard loan application process using agents stationed across the country.
So our agents will reach out to clients. We fill forms for them to get loans through us. With this collaboration with 265 Energy, as we are reaching out in the communities for loans, we will be marketing the solar, the energy solutions offered by 265, giving them the opportunity to access this opportunity of accessing affordable and reliable solution to solar energy.
Through this partnership, Pinnacle Financial Services will manage loan processing, promote 265 Energy's products, and expand access to dependable energy options for low-income households that may not afford them upfront.
Minister of Gender, Children, Disabilities and Social Affairs Melly Navija says her ministry will intensify the enforcement of existing laws to deal with gender-based digital violence within and beyond the 16 days of activism, with a warning that her ministry will go after every perpetrator of the malpractice. The minister sounded the alarm during the launch of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence at Krista Primary School ground in Malaga district, where she emphasized that her ministry will not tolerate after any perpetrator of the gender-based. More details in this report read by Tandiwe Mzumara.
In her remarks, Navija assured stakeholders in the fight against gender-based digital violence, saying the ministry will continue to strengthen legal and community engagement, among others, as commitment in addressing both traditional and emerging forms of gender-based violence. NGO Gender Coordination Network Chairperson Maggie Gatera Banda said in the presence of good laws that the country enacted, the National Action Plan, currently under review, will address implementation challenges of the existing legal framework and guide on awareness on gender-based violence. Speaking during the launch, UNFPA Representative Richard Delate reiterated his organization's commitment to continue supporting the country in the fight against gender-based violence. This year, the 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence campaign will run until the 10th of December 2025 under the theme Unite to End Digital Gender-Based Violence in Malawi. The climax of the launch in Malaga was marked with a recognition of the hard work done by community champions in the fight against gender-based violence who were given bicycles.
And in other news, the Trump administration has announced a full review of nearly 200,000 refugees admitted during the Biden era, a move that has triggered fear and uncertainty among communities who believed their cases were long settled. The directive, issued through a memo signed by USCIS Director Joseph Edlow, argues that the previous administration prioritized speed over thorough vetting. The memo immediately suspended green card approvals for all refugees admitted between January 2021 and February 2025, raising concerns about the security of their legal status in the United States. Even those who already hold permanent residency will be required to undergo a reassessment. Advocates say the sweeping review is likely to traumatize refugees who have already survived conflict and endured years of screening before resettlement. The move is seen as part of a broader tightening of immigration policies under the Trump administration. We have an African News report read by Judith Ogan.
Refuge support organizations were quick to condemn the decision, calling it unnecessary and cruel. They argue that refugees are already among the most heavily screened individuals entering the United States, and revisiting 200,000 cases would do little more than create fear and instability. The Biden administration admitted 185,640 refugees from 2021 to 2024, with the majority coming from countries facing severe conflict such as the Democratic Republic of Congo, Afghanistan, Venezuela, and Syria. Advocates say those individuals have already proven their need for protection. The memo states that USCIS will produce a priority list for re-interviews within 90 days, signaling an aggressive rollout of the review process. Those found ineligible for refuge status will have no right to appeal within the agency, although they may argue their case if placed in immigration court. Critics warn that the policy not only threatens to uproot families but also risks overwhelming the immigration system with cases that were previously resolved. They argue that government resources could be better spent addressing current humanitarian needs rather than reopening settled files.
With that item, we've also come to the end of our today's bulletin, but let's have a recap of the top stories before we go.
Pontiff's first trip abroad seeks to promote peace, unity and understanding. Senior Resident Magistrate Court denies bail for former State House Deputy Chief Jalela. Kasungu Municipality Legislator raises alarm over severe water shortage. And in other news, Trump administration orders a sweeping review of Biden-era refugees.
You've been with me, Charity Jilanga. Thanks for the praise of your company and stay safe.